Hey guys, in today's video we're going to build the real grade Hyper Mega Bazooka for the accessory kind of expansion pack for the real grade Hi-V Gundam that's right there in the background. I built him a couple months back. I bought him around the same time that I pre-ordered this, but obviously being a P-Bandai pre-order, it took a few months to get it. And actually I did build this a little while back. It's been kind of sitting on the video for a minute. But it's time to go ahead and get it edited and uploaded. So first thing we're going to do is this main housing. Now this is a real great kit, but it is a pretty simple one at that. I mean, you can see by the instructions, it's a handful of a lot of big pieces, as you'll see throughout the assembly. There are some smaller ones like this part of the part that goes over the shoulder, because there is like a little hook arm that kind of comes out. That being this hinges out to go over the shoulder itself. And I mean, you see the big bulk of the assembly is just a couple big halves, and you can see the barrel parts and the instructions there. And it is detailed, but like when I did the detailing, kind of quote unquote detailing for it, there wasn't like how some real grade kits can kind of be. There's enough part separation. There's not really a whole lot of panel lines to actually do any panel line coloring, so I actually didn't do any, though there might be a couple spots here and there that I could. I just did the stickers and threw it on the stand and then threw them on the Gundam. Yeah, like I said, it's not the most complicated build here. It's a lot of just take two big halves of this and slap them together in a couple little pieces. Let's be kind of fill in with the little hinge kind of thing that hooks over the shoulder. But with that, the main kind of housing assembly, well, the interior part of it, there is parts that goes on the exterior after we put the white panel sides on. But of course, before that, we got to get the barrel and get that attached, which is these two big pieces with some little accent pieces here and there, as well as these two little pieces that kind of look like beam saber handles, but they're just little, I don't know, gribblies. They kind of go on the sides. Which is these pieces coming out here. I mean, if they were any bigger, if they were fully molded like around in a circle, they could be a beam saber handle, but just because they just kind of look like it. And this actually has this huge line and holes through it, because that's how a lot of the side panels attaches through it, kind of partially through it. As far as other Gundam builds coming up, I still have two more of those SD Saku Warriors from Seed Destiny to do, and I think next month I should be finally getting the real grade Zaku to Hatsune Miku version, so I'm looking forward to that. And I did just finally pre-order the high grade Rose Gundam from G-Fighter. They have two other kits up right now for pre-order. The G-Fighter kits, I wish they were all put up the same month, so I would have just pre-ordered them all at once, but they're just 1 month after another, so it's like you have to do, if anyone has done pre-Bandai pre-orders, every delivery month is a fully separate checkout. You can't just check out with like multiple delivery months at once. And that means separate shipping, separate taxes, separate everything. And what's like a $35 kit ends up being like $50 with all that like added together. And then so you do 3 of them, that's like $150. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do the one that's being delivered the soonest, which I have to check when that is. I think it's still a couple months away. But that's the Gundam Rose. They still have the American one, Buster Gundam or whatever it's called, the boxing football player looking one, and then that other one, which is like really crazy looking, that I really want to make sure I gotta get that one. Now we're going on to the big white side panels, which these go like the full length. Most of these are pretty sturdy. that you shouldn't have to worry about if you buy one or order one from somewhere of it being like crushed and snapped. I mean, I wouldn't worry too much about it. They're pretty sturdy. They have a good bit of connection points as well, and they're a good enough thickness. Like, this thing isn't heavy by any means, but I mean, it probably weighs about the same as like a standard high grade, or maybe like a smaller high grade, or like a simple one. Not like nothing with like a big backpack or nothing crazy like that, but. And those long gray pieces are literally there to put all these like accent color rivets, which otherwise, if they would have just been molded on, then I would have panel lined them all. But I'm actually kind of glad that they didn't. So you can kind of see there is some of those larger holes are connection points for pieces that go on the sides. Up to this point, this thing is in the next little step that's pretty symmetrical, but then it becomes asymmetrical when you do like these little panels that go on either side of the main housing. One that is these, like, I don't know, it's like some type of charging ports or something, I don't know. And the other one is where you actually connect the battery pack, which is a separate little piece that attached to the base. This did come with probably one of the reasons why this kit is as much as it is it comes with a real grade action base. The whole, like, the full setup to do, because the gun needs its own base to hold it up, as well as it comes with a matching one to use with the gun, with all a bunch of different pieces you could do it all kinds of ways. It's a full action based setup. So, and it's in a, unfortunately it's in a translucent color, which I'm not a fan of just because it's brittle plastic, but it's a smoky black, like transparent. I would have rather just solid black. I think that would have been, at least would have been better quality plastic. Because you can see I have the real grade on a clear base, which I have broken some of the accessories and pieces for, because that's one of the bases that came with the real grade new Gundam, because I got the DX set that comes with like the effect parts for the funnels and stuff. And then like trying different setups, I've broken some of the pieces because, like I said, that clear plastic's a little brittle. These are just some little accent tubings that go on the bottom. It has these two little brackets, so you kind of put it all together. And I got all the parts cut out for the left and right side of the main housing as well. And then this is simply attaches down here and then in the front, and then those brackets actually snap up into the sides as well. As far as Warhammer builds, I think I still need to do the edit for that Psychophage. That's been done for like a while. I just have to do the edit, and I also finished finally the Hive Tyrant. That was a big project, a lot of work. I'm very happy with how it came out with. I'm looking forward to doing that video. I still have a couple more Tyrants to paint and some more Space Marine stuff to paint for the combat patrols, and then those two armies will be done. I have the Parasited Mortex and another squad of 10 Termagants, which those aren't going to be their own video, they're just going to be in that video in the background. And then Space Marines, I have to finish the Terminators, which I did the video on them. A couple of them weren't finished. I mentioned that in the video. So I'll just do that in the background of one of the other videos. I have the Chaplain on Bike, which I'm looking forward to, very happy about that kit being part of it, and the Brutalis Dreadnought, which is going to be another kind of big one. So that one I was going to originally plan on saving the Eldari stuff until after I finish both of those armies, but I think I'll probably start them before, just because that's going to be a big, long project. And I don't want like that to build up, which it already kind of has. Well, no. I just go... Yeah, I mean, I guess I have the next shipment already. Well, I guess it was this month's shipment already came in a couple weeks ago for Combat Patrol, so they haven't done the unboxing video yet that I need to do soon. So, because before you know it, I'm already going to be getting the next one in the next month, like 2 weeks probably. Maybe 2.5 weeks. And here we go. Got these all these little axes. This is pretty much the whole assembly for the gun. All this is this little couple pieces where the tube attaches to, like the wire for the energy pack, which I'm getting ready to build, which is real simple 3 pieces. I don't attach the tube until I get the bases done and everything's all set with how I'm going to pose them. And there goes the instruction manual falling. This is just a real basic little pamphlet instructions, just like a lot of high grades come with. It's not the little booklet. It's not a little booklet. It's just a little filled out pamphlet. And this piece does have a little peg built into it for you to put into just one of the holes on the action base. Kind of would have been nice if that was a separate piece in case you didn't want to use a base for the Gundam itself. But, it is what it is. And there's a little hole on the side for where the wire connects into. Not a whole lot of detail to this thing. But I'll go ahead and get the base cut out. You see this is that kind of clear smoky black. And I'll get that all set up and I'll decal, which I'm just going to do the stickers. It's like real basics. There's just nothing fancy, no like cool logo stickers or nothing. Just like little marks here and there, a couple foil. So here it is all finished. Here's all the little stickers done. A couple foil pieces, just little, I like the little text ones. Really nothing too fancy to them, so I didn't bother. I mean, I did record it, but I just didn't bother keeping it in the video. There's like a red foil one right there at the end. And you can see this thing is absolutely massive. So I'll go ahead and get him all set up. I do have to kind of fill with him a bit. I put his beam rifle on his back waist there and kept the bazooka in his head. I would have did it the other way around, kept the beam rifle in that hand with the bazooka is, but he didn't come with a left hand like trigger hand, so you can't even hold it in that hand, which is kind of lame. Because I would have kind of rather did that, but because this also uses his trigger hand for his right hand. So, oh well, I'll just keep the bazooka there. So he's got two big guns. And just take a little fiddling to get this thing kind of set right. Maybe you can see like it cannot hold this thing up. It's just too big. So I'll just kind of prop it there with this, and then I'm going to go ahead and adjust all this and get a little more set so we can get a good look at this guy. And it's kind of hard to tell how big it is from this angle, but in a little bit right at the end I do a size comparison to another quite large Gundam weapon. Though I wish I would have got a better side angle of it so you can like really see. This is me just trying to get that little hose on real quick. This is kind of how they have it in the pamphlet or whatever, kind of one of the example poses where you just stand there with it on the base. And though I think that he's holding the wire or something. And this thing is just absolutely massive. And the base that holds the gun is just a simple little kind of basic stand that it's one of the ones where you can kind of like slide the legs, like it goes on the hip joint kind of for some kits, but you just holds it right there in the middle. And you can kind of put it anywhere. There's no like actual attachment points or anything. And this is a size comparison with the 1/48 scale beam rifle from the 1/48 mega size Gundam. And the whole gun is the size of just length of just the barrel, which is crazy.